on it, PKD Nambiar, I also want to specifically focus on the southern states, especially say Telangana and in Andhra Pradesh, because the fiscal health of those states has been flagged time and again by the central government. Let's talk of Andhra Pradesh, 3.98 lakh crore of loans, Telangana 3.12 lakh crores. The fiscal health of these states, of course, is deteriorating, but look at the promises by the governments, in question there, and especially by the KCR government. You have Raitu Bandhu, you have free sheep, you have even a renovate salon, fish feed, Shadi Mubarak. I can go on and on. Scheme after scheme being announced by the state government there. Is it a freebie? Is it public welfare? The one which announces the so-called freebie says, no, I am not trying to lure the vote bank. I am only doing or I'm only indulging in welfareism. So how do you really, solve this conundrum? How do you define it? That's the basic question. Can it be defined, or do you think this debate will just continue today and for time immemorial as it always has?
Well, I think it's very infectious now. As you said earlier, that it started in the way in the 90s, early 90s, with the AIDMK and the DMK, both the parties were competing with each other that who will give more and more. 1 rupee per kg chawal, the rice to the free, everything is free cycles. Then it became slowly it came to the northern states like UP, Bihar, and so on and so forth. But the problem is that it is not about a freebie as a one. Okay. The Supreme Court, what they said, even what Ashwini was talking about, is it's all about that before the election, to lure the vote, you offer things in the form of a more of like a promise. That is predominantly, it's a culture which was really practiced as an institutional practice by none other party than the Aam Aadmi Party and Kejriwal. His name is like a free Kejriwal. So the problem is that it is not about just a welfareism to a certain extent, to a certain level of people in the community, within the community may require to be offered during a government's period. But instead of that, Meenakshi, what is happening in this country, that now you need to come into power. In order to come into power, you are ready to offer anything and everything, as you said, irrationally, without even looking at the very finance of the state. And if you really look at it, some of these states, how many hospitals, for an example, they have created? There is no promise. Nobody is saying that I will create 100 big medical colleges, government medical colleges. No one is talking about. Nobody wanted to say that I will create this much of a highway or this kind of a network. For an example, in Delhi, just 1 second more I'll take. For an example, in Delhi, the number of slums in Delhi may be the second largest in the country. Is there any discussion which you find anywhere that I will remove all these slums and give them a pakka makan? But rather, what you do to promote these, make them as a vote bank, you are giving them free money, you are giving them free electricity, free water. No. Ideally, political party you and me expect is to
I can see, Abhinandan, thank all the guests.